Alright, in today's video, we're going to go over how I'm going to repair this. This is the spindle back that used to go right there in the chair. My daughter this is her chair at the table. We have 5 more just like it. I don't want to buy 6 chairs to replace this one. However, I also do know that the proper way to repair this is to build a new spindle. However, this isn't a straight normal spindle. It is kind of complicated, and I know my cabinetry making abilities are not as thus. So we're going to fix it my way. Now, if you're wondering how it broke, and I hope you can see that. If you get in there, you can see the glue, and somebody already put like a brad nail in it. But I think I can do better than that. I think I can fix it well enough. This is not going to be a perfect fix, but it should get us at least to the point where my kids are in college. Alright, let's get started. Alright, first and foremost, you gotta find these guys, and this is what holds the chair back on. There's one on each side. Some of them are wedged in. This one actually looks like it has some glue in it. I don't see a wedge. This one over here I've already determined is a little loose. So what I'm hoping we can do is just drive them out. And that's what we're going to attempt to do. Take the back off the chair. Okay? Here we go. Oop, that one's loose. All right. The spindle stayed in the chair. Now you can also get a better look at how this is actually constructed. These spindles are fitted down, upside down, down into there. Oh, I can't see that, huh? These spindles, sorry, I'm gonna hold this camera up, are fitted down into the chair back, right here. And then this piece here is pressed onto them. And you can see that one in the middle is broke off flush. This one right here on the end, you can see the hole. So what we're going to do, what we're going to try to do is clean this up and smooth it out a little bit, and then we're going to figure out how I'm going to attach it back to it, which I haven't decided yet if I'm going to use a dowel or I have a different idea. We might go with my different idea, just because first off I have all the stuff to do it with, and second off, I think it'll be a longer, more gooder repair. And yes, I did say more gooder. Alright. Now, I'm going to recommend you try your darndest to get all the glue out of the hole. And that's all I'm trying to do here. And I do apologize to those of you who are woodworkers, because this is not a wood chisel, nor the proper hammer, nor the proper anything, but I'm getting it done. You know what I mean? The other reason I recommend getting the glue out is because you don't know what the hell glue they used. And that could be huge when determining this later. Now we're going to sand both ends. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we're not trying to move a bunch of material, we're just trying to get it flush. We'll see if my idea pans out. So while I have it clamped up, I put the two other spindles in. And the reason for that is, believe it or not, these spindles are not drilled in true. They're not up and down. They're actually at an angle. So if I was to drill this hole straight down, it wouldn't work. So this gives me a guide to put my drill. You know what I mean? And what you're gonna have to do is figure out your center, start drilling your bit in, and then adjust it to the angle of the other spindles. And you're gonna want to do it a little bit oversized of what I'm gonna do, because the next part's gonna be a surprise. So to drill your pilot, we're gonna want to start basically straight vertical, because you want to get this hole right in the center. Oop, it walked on me a little bit. And then once you're going, then adjust it. I actually drilled the whole way through the plug. And my hole's pretty close to on center. So let's go ahead and move up to the next size bit that we're going to use. This is a 3/16 bit. And I'm pretty close to on center. And now for what we're going to use as a dowel, because you guys aren't going to believe this, but it is a concrete screw. And there is a reason. I'm going to go over that here in a second, but you want it to fit kind of snug, but not like I can almost turn that with my hand. So we're pretty good. And our angle is pretty good, and that's how we're going to do this. So the reason I'm going to use this other one to show you that I'm choosing these is, first off, I don't think that this is only like a 3/8, and if I use a wooden dowel, I don't think it would leave very much material, and it'd be really hard to drill the end of the spindle. Number two is the fact that whenever I go to glue this, if you look closely, you can see all these edges and grooves that I think are going to help this grab a whole lot better. And thirdly, because if I got a dowel this thin that was wood, I think it would just snap. Okay? And fourthly, I had them. They didn't cost me anything. I used them for another project, and that was good enough. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put this in. and I'll show you me drilling the base, and then we'll move on from there. Alright, now the debate is what type of adhesive to use. I'm going to tell you what I can do. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, you can leave me a comment, but you know, let's face it, it'll already be done by then. I'm going to use some name brand wood glue. Why? Because I think it'll help with the porous surface of the wood better. And honestly, once it gets in all these and it dries and it hardens, I don't think that it's ever really going to come apart. And I'm going to put this screw in with a driver. So all we're going to do is put a good bit on the end of the screw here, and if I wasn't watching the camera, I was watching more what I was doing, it would probably work a little better. That's probably way too much. We'll drip it off, shake it. And anyway, we're going to go ahead and put that in there. And then with the screwdriver, keeping in mind our angle, we're going to put it in. Because I don't want to split anything. Once it's there, it's good and tight. That's good enough. Alright, now to wipe off the excess and draw out the base. Actually, we'll wipe off the excess right now. Oh, there we go. Always have towels handy. Always needing towels. Alright. We shouldn't be but a couple. Oh, I'll go ahead and cut the head off that too, huh? Let's go ahead and do that. Where's safety glass? Stupid thing came undone. Where's some safety glasses? Alright. Time to draw out the base. Alright, same set of tricks here. We're going to start our hole with a little bit, draw a pilot, and then draw a big hole. Put our screw in and cut off the end. He's trying to jump in. Basically, you're just fighting to get it on center, and once you get your center, line your drill bit up with your other spindles. Ta-da! Ta-da! Get yourself some glue on the end of a screw. The reason I'm using a hand screwdriver to drive this sucker in instead of a gun is, like I said, I don't really want to put any force behind anything. I just kind of want it done. In case you're wondering, these cool sunglasses I'm wearing are also rated safety glasses. Now for the hardest part. Now we're going to draw out the end of our spindle. Now, other than like everything else, we want this to run straight with the spindle. But to prevent any damage or any splintering, we are going to first tightly wrap it in some tape. Try to get this as tight as you can, because your number one main mission is to not split it. Now this one you're going to want to drill kind of oversized, because this is where you're going to get your wiggle room. Know what I mean? So the idea is this will slide down over the screw. Now we just do the other side. Same thing. Remember, you want the drill bit to do the work. You're not working, the drill bit is. Know what I mean? And in case you're wondering how well we did, right there's the hole. Like I said, you don't want to drill this one oversized, because you want it to slide down over the hole. Let the glue take up the extra space. At least that's my thought. I've seen this on knife making, where they actually drill the holes in the knife blade handle oversized, or drift them in oversized, and then they let the epoxy do its work. Alright. Alright, we're going to stick it back together. I'm not going to glue anything but this center spindle. I don't think, anyway. I might change my mind. You'll see it if I do. But we're going to start off by figuring out which side is up. And then we're going to put a copious amount of glue in that hole. Oops, sorry, you guys can't see, but yeah, a copious amount of glue in the hole. We're going to pack that hole full. As much as possible. We're going to let it even drain down a little bit. See how it's, see how it's going down? We're going to put just a little more glue in and let it drain back down. See how it's going back down? That's going to be a copious amount of glue. Bet you didn't think Pennsylvania hillbillies could say words like copious. Ha ha. Alright, I think that'll be pretty good. I'm going to stick it right down over like that. Now it's got a lot of wiggle to it, but that'll be fine. It'll be all fine. Now we're going to take our other end. I'd say that's full. Oops, sorry if I'm in the way of the camera. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put that in there. And then this is going to be the hard part. If I'm going to screw it up, it's going to be right now. Just saying. Oops. Yeah, like that. I'm going to screw it up. Alright, now. Where's my mallet? Big thing is, don't get in a rush. That glue is going to take well over 24 hours to dry completely, so we got time. There we went. Now, as you can probably see, we got plenty of squish out, which means our holes are pretty well full. Let's wipe them up with a rag. Best we can. And like I said, the reason that I left those screw holes whenever I drilled out the spindle a little large is, like I said, first off, your epoxy, your glue, is going to take up quite a bit of that space anyway. Secondly, is it gives you just a little bit of wiggle room in case your angles are off. You know what I mean? Because I'm drilling this all by hand. I mean, to some I might be a craftsman, but to me I'm more of a hack. There you go. I mean, it's in there. I mean, I'm not going to stress it too much because, you know, probably have to wait a day at least for the glue to dry. But I don't think it's going anywhere. You know what I mean? I'll let this out to dry till tomorrow. Time to put stuff away. Okay, we've let it dry overnight, and I know that it was supposed to be like 24 hours dry time, blah 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 blah. It's been like 18 hours, but let's see how I got it off the ground, how strong it is. It wiggle, 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 wiggle. Feels firm, feels strong. I don't think it's going anywhere. Now, couple notes. Why I used wood glue instead of like construction adhesive is because wood glue is meant to glue wood to wood. I know it's not meant to glue the screw to wood, but it's meant to glue wood to wood. But in joints like here and this edge where this is touching here and there and up in top there, it'll help with the promote adhesion to the wood. And where the screw is, because I used a screw and not like a rod, where it dries in between the wood and the threads on the screw will add a it'll dry in there and it'll adhere to the wood, but then fill in all the gaps for the screw, and that was the idea behind it. But I know it's not perfect. Pretty good though, and it'll probably last longer than me. I do recommend using a premium wood glue too. Don't use super glue, Elmer's glue, unless it's Elmer's wood glue. Your brother's, anything you find in the medicine cabinet, go get yourself, spend the extra couple bucks and get yourself a good premium wood glue. Something that's actually meant for wood too. But yeah, I mean, realistically, you can't even tell that was repaired. You know what I mean? Looks just the same as that one. Alright, we're going to put this in the kitchen, and my battery's about to die. So, this project is DUNN done. Dun 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 dun.